So I want to discuss with you guys about Apple products. Our products has been a part of our lives for a very long time. I mean, all of us, right? I think literally every person who's watching this video has an Apple product, at least. And especially with these phones, you definitely have an Apple product. This is coming from somebody who literally has Apple headphones, iPhone. I have more headphones. Apple AirPod Pros, by the way. Have these. I have AirPod Maxes. Yeah, I have AirPod Maxes. 3 different headphones. Like, what the heck? Apple product. Yeah, it's another one. And I have a laptop. Another Apple product. I forgot. I have owned also an Apple Home. I'm gonna put it up on the screen somewhere around here to show you guys what the heck I'm talking about. Actually owned one of those as well. I gave them away because I think I came to a conclusion that Alexas are better, especially for somebody who uses Spotify. I don't use Apple Music. I would get to that as well too. And like, why is this such a thing? And this video is not to be factual. This video is to be nothing but a discussion on pretty much how I feel. It's all opinionated, and it could be facts behind it, but I just want to discuss about it because I think nobody discusses about it. They always try to put facts, but I mean, I want to have this channel to just discuss things with you guys, not just be nothing but a factual video. There'll be videos for that, but this type of things just need a discussion. It's like you talking to your friends, and imagine you talking to your friends, and you guys always talk but never have facts behind it. It's just a discussion, right? That's all it is. So, oh wait, I forgot to even talk about it. I also have an Apple Watch, and I had 3 of them, and this is my newest one. Like I said, we can discuss about it. Let's get into it. So first, I want to talk about my personal experience about Apple products. Me personally, I started out with iPods. I think a lot of us within my generation started out with is iPods. What are iPods? iPods was pretty much just nothing but a music listening device, right? You only listen to your music on a device. It was nothing like having a phone nowadays, but now you're listening to your music on your device. That's it. That's all you did. And we didn't get into videos yet. It never got into videos. This was at a time where we just literally was just on LimeWire, like, you know, downloading, pirating music and stuff like that. Or sometimes we would buy music from the App Store, whatever the case may be. And that's what we would do. And then going forward, we have like I said, we were still in the iPod journey, and this is when the iPod Minis came out. And the iPod Minis was pretty much the gateway for a lot of different people. It was a gateway for a lot of people who were behind me, because I started out with the thick iPods. This is when the little skinny iPods started coming out, and that's when people literally got into iPods. And then after a while, people were still rocking with the iPods, you know. But me personally, I was going from the iPod Mini to the iPod Shuffle to the iPod Nano, bro. I had each and every single section of iPods I didn't even need it. I just wanted it just for the accessibility of what it was, what it was used for, because they all serve different purposes. And one was smaller than the other. One was more like, it was slimmer. So the thing is, it was easier to navigate on. But the first one, like I said, the one was smaller, but it didn't have a face, but you could have it just clipped on. That's what you could do with it. And this is when the iPhone first started, bro. The very first iPhone was back in 2007. Crazy enough, I was not one of those kids who got the first iPhone, the very first iPhone. But let me go ahead and change it up for you guys. I was one of those kids who got the iPod Touch. The iPhone was the more expensive version, right? You could still play your music, still make calls, and do all that just right. And you just like any other phone, like the phones we have now. Back then, I had the iPod Touch, right? It was back in 2007, so I think it was like I was in middle school, so I was depending on Wi-Fi. I could do the same thing I could do on the phone, but I was very dependent on Wi-Fi. Very dependent. We would connect to the school Wi-Fi. We would do all those things. But for me personally, I also had the iMac. I also had the iPad when I was little. I wasn't an iPad kid, but like I said, I was just an Apple I don't know what you call it, but I love Apple devices. But you have to have the iPad Mini, had the very old ones, like the very, very old one back into 2010 when they first were released. And I think at this point, I think you guys get the gist of it all. And also had a MacBook Air before I had the MacBook Pro. And this is one of the older MacBook Pros. Won't really get into this too much. Because right now I'm looking at a list right now. Not gonna lie, I'm looking at a list right now, and I had a bunch of products, bro. I didn't have every single generation of phone, because the generation of the phone was only like a slight tweaks to the phone. So there was a time where I just stayed where I was. But there was also a time where I would try to get the newer iPhone every single year. Yeah, like I said, Apple devices have a chokehold on everybody. Like, it's to a point where they control the whole tech industry. Let's go ahead and get to the next portion of this video. Apple devices has never really improved anything in my life at all, right? But I will say that it opened my eyes to a bunch of devices within the tech industry. And this was when I was younger. When I was younger, I always just wanted the newest tech, right? There were people who wanted the newest book. There was people who wanted the newest, whatever their niche was. Mine was, I wanted the newest tech. It was always that. It was at a time whenever I was in middle school when people were just saying like, "Oh, you're rich." Like, no, I wasn't. I was just selling devices to get the newer devices, and thing is, I would have the money that I would get for like for my birthday, Christmas, whatever the case may be, and just buy that product. Let's also talk about the Apple's ecosystem. The Apple ecosystem deals with the type of services that these products have, right? And a lot of these services only work whenever the other person has an Apple device. Prime example, right? If you have Spotify and you have an Apple HomePod, right? You will not be able to play music from the Spotify, so you will have to get iTunes to actually play the music on the HomePod. If you do use the Spotify, right, you can't use all the services that Spotify has, right? It's very complicated. They make it complicated for a reason. So you have to go out there and get iTunes so you can have the best, I guess you could say, the best experience with the service. Another service that they do offer, if you want to give your contact to another person, we're at a time where you can just put your phone over another person's phone, and it would go ahead and take the contact that way. If you didn't have an Apple device, you would not be able to do that. But let's be real, that service is very smart. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if other devices do, more likely to do, because a lot of times Samsung, Google are better, and usually Apple products just pretty much just copy what they already made. But that's another story. You have to get an Apple device to use that service, or a lot of times you would have to get the newest product to use that service. So the thing is, they upcharge on the phone you have now, saying that that phone is old. If you want this service, you gotta use that phone. And honestly, some people might say it's not a game changer. Honestly, it's a game changer. It makes your life more efficient. I feel like it's definitely easier for the people who have way more busier lives than me. Like people who are CEOs, people who are directors, who are higher up, who need to get from point A to point B, or they need to make small conversations and not have that lingering of, let me get your contact, and more than likely the person don't know his number, so just highlight over the contact and everything kind of just transfer over to your phone. And one more service I actually want to talk about, and I think we all can discuss about this. We're at a point in life where bubbles mean so much to people. If you wanted to talk to a girl and if you didn't have an Apple device and you were classified as, sadly to say, broke. And a lot of times that is not the case, because a lot of girls, or just people in general, do not want to text anybody with green bubbles. Me personally, I don't care. I always thought that these other phones were a whole lot better than Apple devices. They take clearer pictures, they have better services and all that, just right, because they're always one step ahead of Apple devices. Nowadays, if you have a green bubble, nobody wants your phone, nobody wants your number. Nobody wants to text you. They can't FaceTime you, they can't do nothing. They just classify you as this person with a green bubble. I won't discuss that too much. At this point, I think we know the background of that, and that's just another service that, is Oh yeah, another service also we could talk about is people who have Instagram, Snapchat, whatever these social medias, like these social media platforms that people have. They don't take good pictures, so the output of them to other people are terrible. They come out very, very bad. They come out low quality, but I don't even know the gist of that. I don't know the whole background behind that, but it's definitely another service that deterred people from not getting an Apple device. To kind of finish off the video, if I could change one thing about Apple, I would honestly just change the innovation of their products. I feel like their products are becoming very, very stale when it comes to their competitors. They're still trying to keep up with this newly aesthetic, and it's cool and all, and I like it, but it serves a point of they could do whatever they want. I mean, they're the leading tech company in the industry at the moment, so they could do what they want. It's kind of like just like how, for example, let's say Disney, for example, they could do whatever they want because they have a cult following. They have an ecosystem that is just, they will only do Disney and Disney only. Just like Apple. They have a cult following that will only do Apple and Apple things only. And trust me, they're not in the wrong for it. I like Apple products. But if you look at other products and their competitors, a lot of times their competitors are a whole lot better than their actual devices. But since that there is a cult following behind it, it will never go away. Hopefully you guys actually like this video. This right here was just to serve just a discussion, not a lot of facts. This is just a natural flow and just what I think about our devices and where we came from, and where I know a lot of you guys are, just trying to find facts behind the stuff. But right now, this is just a talking point for me, just to have a discussion. And like I said, these are not facts. This is what I see, and this is what my opinion is. If you're looking for facts, I definitely advise you guys to go find something else with that. But there's not a lot of people who just discuss, and that's what I'm here for. But hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully the next video will be a change of pace. But I love the discussion videos because it allows me to just have a free-flowing mindset behind the tech behind tech, because there's not a lot of people who has that, just a free-flowing thing about tech, just things that just come with facts and not a lot of opinions. And a lot of times when you have these discussions with your friends and you guys don't pull up facts on your phone I know and just blurt out, you kind of just go with how you feel, and this is what this video is about. So hope you guys have a good day, and hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace.